morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason on this hump day. Happy Wednesday. Very quickly, our toll-free number, and obviously you guys know what the phone has not stopped ringing all day today, 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com. And we've got gold flying again and approaching $5,300. Like we got off the air yesterday, it wasn't even $5,100. Right now, $5,282. Gold up over $100 as it rallied hard after we got off the air yesterday. More follow through today, guys. The dollar is crashing. And it's going to keep crashing. That's just the cycle that they've decided to be in. Silver back to $113 and rising as well. Stocks very muted, pretty much unchanged. We do have the Fed, but you know what? We've been so busy. The Fed is going to leave rates unchanged today. Oh, man, I can't wait to hear all the crazy insults Donald Trump is going to hurl at Jay Powell after that. That's what is expected. Very quickly, because we're going to focus a lot to talk about with Texacoin today in the silver market. The stupid silver sale, maybe of the century. I'm now down to only silver dimes. I do not have any more silver quarters left. Silver dimes, guys, they're $350. And I know, gosh, that sounds like a lot. You know, I remember silver dimes when they were, $60, $70, $80, $90. Gosh, they were even less than that. Matter of fact, you know what? When I first started, we didn't even sell rolls of silver dimes. That's how, because, what was the point? I think you had to buy at least a quarter bag. Guys, that's not even $98 an ounce. Silver's $113. So that's $15 below melt value. Jump on it. We've got at least 100 rolls. So we still got a decent amount. Snatch it up. You are not, I don't care, what it is when you can buy something that far below its melt value. We are so far below cost. Nobody in the country, when people say, oh, they can't do that, that cost is, right? Literally, we're like $10 over cost. And they're right. You can't do it. The only reason I can do it is because we bought them from one of our customers, and we can be out there below cost. 800-951-0592. That is the toll-free number. Boy, looks like we're going to – gold's been as high as 53.12. It looks like we're heading right back there, 52.90, up 108. Like I said, silver above $113. Right now, $13.10. In the news today, I guess the two biggest drivers, Amazon laying off 16,000, UPS laying off 30,000. BMO Harris came out saying gold's going to 8,650 and silver's going to be $220, and it's going to do it by 2027. So everybody out there, I'm telling you right now, jump on this thing as quickly as you can. Right now, I got to get I think I need a new price sheet. I'll see what we can do out there. I'm working on a gold special right now. Give me a few minutes after the break here. But the big deal, the big sale has to be those rolls of dimes. That is all that is left now at $350. at 800-951-0592, and we'll wait to see what we're anticipating anyway. A very dovish no rate cut from the Federal Reserve today. That is my expectation is they will not cut rates. It will not be unanimous. There'll be probably 2 dissenters. Could we see 3 again? Possibly. But they will hold rates, but do it in a dovish fashion. Right now, gold is really starting to dominate the talk as far as money goes. It is now, I mean, really, when you think about gold, guys, it is the second largest currency in the world now. Yeah, it's crazy when you think about that. You got the dollar, and then there's gold. Gold's just passing everybody, and really capital wars, whether it's trade wars or other type of thing. This is a debt problem. This is a debt war. I hope you guys are smart enough to get your gold and silver put away. When we get back, I'm going to have a gold special, and then we're going to get into text it. So get your questions ready, and we'll be back right after this. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour, Joe and Jason on this Wednesday. Again, we'll wait for the Fed. We'll see what they have to say. But either way, it doesn't really matter. The world is turning its back against fiat money. And it's not just the U.S. dollar. It's every dollar. But having said that, here's the specials for today. I know, right, Jason?
Gold
I'm
is
looking at it.
Just the last 2 days of gold.
At it.
Last 2 days of gold is just amazing.
Gold
Everybody's worried about silver, and look what gold's doing, right?
Gold's $52.85. Listen, they're going together, guys. I mean, BMO, right? I mean, are you upset at gold at, what was it? I forget now, 8,200 and something, 8,650 by 2027. Silver, 220 by 2027. Okay, so here, ready? More stupid sales from Patriot Trading Group. The last of the dimes. By the way, silver now almost $114. So gets better, right? All the time here. Gold at a record. Silver closing in on its record that it set Monday. Silver dimes $350, right? Till they're gone. Right? That's $98, actually just under $98 an ounce. MS-63 $20 Liberties. I hope the girls are listening because I didn't know this until 2 seconds ago. Right now, a $20 gold piece, $20 Liberty, $5,395. Great price, right? That's like $110 over spot, right? Right? Because spot's $52.85. How about a Mid-State 63 $20 Liberty, $53.95? Yeah, the same price as your regular circulated $20 gold pieces today. By the way, gold just jumped to $52.95. So now it literally is MS-63 $20 Liberties at $100 over spot price. That's not even 2%. That's like 1.8% over spot for Mid-State, not Saints. Liberties, which are the more expensive of the Liberties. When you get to Mid-State 63, because Liberties were around longer, use as money for a longer period of time, there's just not that many in that condition, so they always cost more, Jason.
It sure seems like we might have gold 6,000 in February, doesn't it?
Listen, I think we're going to have gold 6,000 before the spring's over. There you go. Okay, so February is not a bad call. Not a bad call at all. When you think about that, does that mean $150 silver? Probably. So if I'm telling you $6,000 gold, and I've got mid-state 63 $20 liberties at 53.95, that sounds pretty good, right? And then I've got silver dimes at less than $98 to the ounce, and I'm saying $150. Yeah.
And for the audience, I always try to remind them when we have graded gold for the same price as our raw gold or cheaper. The one thing, and I'm not a big graded gold guy, but there is the extra that what I like about it, Joe, is if you ever had to sell it to anybody but us, for some reason you've moved on, I don't know, life happens, and you go to sell this, you're not going to have someone saying, I don't think this is real. I think this is a fake. We're going to have to cut this coin and look to see if it's gold. None of that stuff. An independent grading company has said this, not only is this a mint state nice coin, which has a huge bonus, they're saying that this is real. This is gold. This is a, 0.9675 ounces of gold. We know it has a little bit less than an ounce. And, so you will have no problem taking this anywhere and saying this is a 1 ounce gold coin. And by the way, it's a super nice one, Joe.
Mint state 63. Guys, jump on it. 800-951-0592. Take the time.
And the dimes aren't going to last long, are they? We're getting some movement to get those finished off.
Yeah, the quarters went away. We got people are starting to wake up here. I'm just going to say this: and we've been saying, listen, there's going to be pullbacks. They're not going to last very long. They're not. This thing is all about, and I'm sorry, silver, obviously we got the supply, demand, even gold, supply and demand is killing things because demand is outstripping it. But then you got currency debasement on top of it. And wow, is the dollar just getting destroyed right now. And then you think about it, we the 10-year note, by the way, 4.25 going higher again. Oil's back to $63. And they saved, I guess, good. We saved the yen for a few days. But the dollar on its back leg, inflation, guys, I'm sorry, it's coming back. I know you don't want to hear it. It's the truth. It's the truth. And, of course, we kept talking about, Texas coin and crypto getting ready for what is coming next. And I will say, we keep telling, you got two choices in this world right now. Find a way to make more income, right? That you have to have it. Why? Because everything costs more. And why is it costing more? See, there's this idiotic perception that somehow you can control inflation with interest rates, right? Now, they made the decision, 3% inflation's fine. Of course, 3% the way they calculate it. It's fine. Well, let's keep lowering the rates. And matter of fact, Donald Trump's already out talking. I knew he would be. But they've made the decision that we have to have inflation. Remember, inflation is just the printing of money. That's all it is. And it's going into overdrive. And so, like I said, I think at the end of this year, you are going to see another wave. Another huge wave. You thought healthcare was expensive. Now it's getting worse. The government's going to, it looks like by all accounts, the government's going to shut down again on Friday. We'll see. But that's what it's looking like. Why? You know why. I want to spend more money. I mean, that's why, right? Let's not kid ourselves. So you either need to find more income, right? Well, how do you get more income? Well, you got to get promoted at work, right? A lot of people got sort of, I'm at my peak. That's it, right? This is, I'm 50-something, 40-something, 60-something. There's not that much higher to go. I guess you could find a second job, right? I mean, that's you can do it that way, right? turn your car into, well, I don't know if turning your car into a taxi actually works, but people do it, right? I don't know, find a second job or get more income. But passive income really doesn't exist, does it? People say it all the time, but it really doesn't exist until Texas Coin came around. Now, you may argue, well, gosh, right now the passive income, yeah, it's passive, but it's not very much. You're right. But you get it every day. You get it every day. And I have no doubt that the price is going to come back. Why? Because what we have is real. We have a solution for a lot of different things that are coming. When we look at right now, we're a layer 1 crypto. Right? Our layer 2 just started. What does layer 1 mean? Hey, we've got a mine that produces around 95,000 coins a day. It's traded on 10 different exchanges across the world. We are doing it through crowdsourcing. Right? We want to build a 100 mega hash mine. That's still the goal. Very quickly, I want to update you on the progress of the mine. So we've got 2 of our mega mines up and running. By the way, Texas, horrible storms in Texas. And, apparently when it's icy in Texas, no one knows what to do. People don't go to work. Like, literally, the whole place shut, like Dallas, shut down. Just so happens, the largest wholesaler in the world and who we do business with, guess where they're located? Dallas. Guess how much shipping they've done the last week? None. Zero. Nada. Why? Because FedEx won't even take their drivers out there. It's dangerous. But our mines, guess what, guys? They performed. It was great. Right? That's what we were hoping for. But we have 2 of the mega mines up and running. We have a 3rd mega mine in Victoria. We're at the process. This is just how stuff works. We have I think it's called the condition. So right now, the problem with our 3rd mega mine, there's too much power going into the container. And you need like a power conditioner, right, that says, okay, that's a little too much power. Let's make sure all that power doesn't get in to the mine. We had one. It was the wrong one. We have the right one. Unfortunately, when you deal with, now we got to go back to Victoria Electric, and we're in the process. It's happening. But everything's got to be redone. Oh, you're changing the plans, and you got to go through that whole process. Long story short, we're about 2 months away from it being done, right? And that's getting the approvals, all that stuff, taking the old one out, putting the right one in. We're also about 2 months away from the construction in McKinney being done. So in those 2 months, we'll now have 4 of the mines up and running. In the next 2 weeks, the other 4 mega mines will arrive. So remember, we've sold almost 24 million mega hash of hash power. With the other 4 units, we've already got 30 million worth of hash power bought. And of course, we're working on, all the same thing. The land, the power, all that stuff. that is happening. But we're probably 2 months away from our next big jump in the size of our mine. So that's where we sit there. Layer 2, I'm just going to tell you, that is the utility. And guys, it's crazy. I'm just telling you this. It's crazy how many word is getting out. Not only cities outside of Texas, other groups that we never even considered. They're actually reaching out to us to say we need your help. Help is coming. 800-951-0592. That is our toll-free number. The big gold and silver sales today. Wow. I feel like I've outdone myself. Rolls of silver dimes. By the way, silver's up over $2 again. 14.10 now. Rolls of silver dimes. Whatever's left. If you want to buy, we got 100 rolls, something like that. You want to buy all 100 rolls, do it. $350. It's not even $98 an ounce. By the way, we had silver quarters. They're gone. We sold them. Guess what the silver quarters are right now? $830. Do you know that the dimes, you're saving $18.18 an ounce at this price? That's huge, right? $350. And then the gold sale. Mint State, 63, $20 Liberties, $53.95. Are you kidding me? That's what a regular $20 gold piece costs. Right now, gold's $52.90. $105 over for a Mint State, 63, $20 gold piece. 800-951-0592. So now we're talking Texan, right? And we've hit our bear market. I think that the bear market has probably run its course or pretty close to completing its course, and help is on the way. Obviously, the building of the mine continues, and that's a great thing. So far, the results have been really good. The amount of Litecoin that we've been getting has been really good. But the mine over the next 60 days is going to get much bigger. It's going to keep getting bigger till we get there. Layer 2. We're not giving details. We're going to keep things under our hat. But, guys, this is the real deal. When I tell you towns, cities from across the country are calling, fairs, festivals, and I'm not going to tell you what the other one is, but it's crazy. Never would have thought it. And the funny part now is they're all reaching out to us and saying, help us. It is coming very quickly. It is going to happen. I know we want it to happen this second, but remember the plan was, and it was going great until it wasn't, right? The plan was finish, sell it out the mine by February. Well, that wasn't an accident, right? Because they knew, hey, by the end of February, right, Layer 2 is going to be rolling. Layer 3 or Phase 3 is going to be rolling, right? There was a plan in place. Yep, we hit a roadblock. Some of the early guys got out for whatever reason, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. But it hasn't stopped. Layer 2 is coming. And it's actually, I don't want to get too excited about it, but it's better than we expected. How's that? I'll leave it at that. Now there's Phase 3. Remember, all along, we had said, hey, there's going to be sister mines in other parts of the world. We want to have one in Central South America. We want to have one in Africa, one in the Middle East, one in Asia. Well, guess what, guys? The first one will mint its first block February 3rd. It's called Isklander. I think it means Alexander the Great. Right? I think that's the correlation to the coin. It is going to be, like I said, the first block will be mined February the 3rd. If you decide you would like to participate in that, we said there would be opportunities. You can. We'll have that available to you. For people, February 3rd, if you wanted to get in, this is a different project. It's a bigger dollar project. So this, and it kind of makes sense, right? It's Middle East, there's oil money. The minimum, and again, this is only till February 3rd, and then things get much less expensive after that. But if you wanted to get in and be part of the first block, the minimum is $27,000. A pay center, a tracking center, you can buy up to 81 seats in that project. So much different. You know, here we don't want the big money in. There, we're obviously doing it differently. You can spend up to $243,000 in mining power in the Dubai project. And by the way, that's where it's going to be, in Dubai, the Isklander project. You can get in for $995, all that stuff will still apply after February the 3rd. And I get it. A lot of you are like, man, that would be a no-brainer. If Texas coin was $3, $4, $5, yeah, I'd jump at it. Yeah, 60 cents. We get it. We get it. The opportunity is there for you. If you, the same thing applies. If you want to call the 800 number at Patriot and, try to get some more information. I don't have a whole lot of information today. But I will as the weeks go by. I am going to be a founder in it. That's already happened. But other than that, how does that benefit Texas? Because I know a lot of people are probably like, wait a minute, aren't we dividing our resources here? Yeah, you know what? I don't know why about it. Yeah, I think maybe a little bit. But here's the thing. Number one, it gets us our second mega mine is going to start hashing. We have what is called cross-mining technology, which just means our mine and their mine, because they're really two separate entities. Our mine and their mine essentially work together to give us even more mining power. That's really the huge benefit. And then, of course, like if for whatever reason that big ice storm did take down the TXC mines, we'd have the Isklander mines. 800-951-0592. Again, the specials today. The last of the silver dimes. We're out of silver quarters at $350, right? That's just below $98 to the ounce. Silver now $114 and change. Gold's up another $104, almost $5,300. The stupid gold special today, Mint State, $63, $20 gold pieces, PCGS and NGCs, $5,395, the exact same price as an ungraded gold piece that we always sell. So huge opportunities there. And, of course, now we're talking about Texas coin and what is happening. And
We have a meeting tonight, by the way. So just.
Oh, by the way, sorry, Jason. Go ahead. Tell everybody.
I highly suggest as many of you guys can get to the Texit crypto meeting tonight. It's at 6:00 at the radio station. Mike will be there. I think we're gonna have a pretty good turnout. And Joe can only cover so much ground on a commercial radio show for 1 hour. I don't know how much we're gonna. Things are busy. I'm sure you guys have questions and concerns, Mike. It's a wacky situation. It's a wacky situation, wacky world we live in, Joe. Gold and silver is telling. I keep saying it's a leading indicator of what's getting ready to happen. And when silver triples from May, going into more than tripling since May, gold has just been on a steamrolling situation ever since the beginning of 2024. We will guide you the best we can. Investment has risk. When we brought Texit Coin to you guys from the very beginning, and I've had a couple of people, they're not happy with Texit Coin, but they said, look, they told me directly, you guys told us this is risk. You told us, and you got to, and Joe and I are doing the best we can. We're going to continue to do the best we can. And one of the things that's doing the best we can is you have some responsibility on your side and getting to a Texit meeting at 6:00 tonight at the radio station. That would be advisable for you guys out there.
Yeah, and again, every day the drip happens. Now we just want the drip to be bigger. And here's what's coming to make it bigger. We're going to, the utility is going to create demand on the live exchanges, right? Because that's the one thing that we need, right? We need more demand. That is the big piece of that demand. Then you think about Isklander, our first of the sister mines coming online in Dubai. That adds mining power to the mines, and it's kind of a cool thing. As our mine gets built out in the state of Texas, people always say, well, what if the grid in Texas goes out? Well, guess what, guys? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll have plenty of other power. When we're done, this is going to be over 500 million mega hash, which is massive. I think we probably get like 25% of all the Litecoin and Dogecoin in the world. It is something, again, I know it sucks. It's been a tough couple of months. Hang in there. And not to mention that there's going to be a huge blitz coming in February to generate interest and get the miners, new miners rolling once again. I am offering you guys a huge incentive right now to sign up. If you haven't done it yet, you sign up to become a miner. Remember, this opportunity is limited. Once the mine sells out, you can't be a miner anymore. You get that passive daily income. What do I have to do to get that daily income? Nothing. The only thing you really have to do is come to the meetings and learn how to buy and sell it. Right? At some point you want to take the income. That's it. That's all you need to do. If you buy one seat on the mine, it's $995. Okay? I'm going to give you $100 worth of TXC when you do it. By the way, one seat on the mine right now would get you 140. You'd have 146 Texit coin at the end of the year. And actually, you probably have a little less. As the mine fills up, you'll get less. You're going to get 167 Texit coin today, that $100 worth. That's over a year's worth of coins just for buying one seat. By the way, what would Texit need to be to break even? $3. $3. You mean I'm in the money if it goes back to $4, $5, $6? Yeah, if it goes to $6, I'll have doubled my. Yep, that's what I'm telling you. How about a 5-pack? You want to buy a 5-pack? Go a little bigger. Remember, that's $995 times 5. right? That's a 5-pack. $4,975. I'm going to give you $500 worth of TXC. In a year, that 5-pack would get you 730 coins. And again, it's actually it would be less than that because the mine fills up, you get a little less. But at today's rate, 730 coins. I'm going to give you 833 to do the 5-pack today. How about a 9-pack? You want to do a 9-pack? That's the biggest you can do in Texas. That's $8,955. I'm going to give you $1,000 worth of TXC. You know, by the end of the year, you'd have over 3,000 Texas points. 800-951-0592. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason wrapping up this Wednesday as we normally do, talking about Texit, giving you the lowdown, whether it's good news or bad news. Remember, big Colorado meeting tonight. Boy, it's going to be a big one. 6 o'clock, right, Jason? 6 o'clock?
Yeah, 6 o'clock. I think we're going to have a pretty good turnout. And this meeting is for everything. Questions and wanting to learn about anything crypto. And also any questions or concerns. Mike is not running away from Texit Coin because the price is down. He's been in part of this for a long time. Every meeting that we've had, when there's been concerns about anything that we're doing, he's really good at explaining the behavior and what we want to do. So I wouldn't. The reason I don't do Texit meetings without him is he's just better at it. He's more informed. He can spend more time on it than me. But I provide the venue. I provide the support. And tonight's meeting, I think, will be a good one. I think even if you're not going to do anything tonight specifically with cryptos, you might want to just come because I think the information will be worth the appearance, Joe.
There's a lot happening, guys. There is a lot happening. And I'm sure everybody will have a different opinion to it all. So it's good because I'm sure there's going to be people with questions that maybe you didn't have, a lot of questions that you did have that maybe you just didn't want to ask and get these things going. But there is, like I said, 3 big things happening. Number 1, Layer 2. That's the biggest by far. That is going to create the why would Texit Coin go back and, we keep talking about $16, $80, $800, right? It's Layer 2. Well, it's actually Layer 2 and Layer 3, right? As more mining power comes on. It's both of those that get us there. It's here. It's starting. It's early. I know, but you're like, well, I wanted to start right now. Patience, grasshopper. It's coming. I think the price takes care of itself. Didn't we have these mega meetings? The first one was supposed to be last night, but they couldn't do it because of the ice in Texas. It's being rescheduled, but they're happening all over the country in the month of February. They would come to Phoenix and Colorado. They still might, but we'll see. I don't know that we need them to, but if we could get, a couple hundred people that wanted new miners to come in, I'll make it happen. But that's happening. So we've got Layer 2 and Layer 3. We got the new push. That's coming. And then, of course, the incentives I'm offering today. Think about this 9-pack. Yeah, I know it's $89.55. Right now, that gets you 4 coins a day. Right? And that's 60 cents. Well, that's not a lot. But every day. At the end of the year, that'd be 1,460 coins. And again, as the mine fills up, it'll actually be a little less than that. But by signing up today, you're going to get 1,667 coins. Yeah. You're getting over a year's worth of coins, whether you buy a 1-pack, a 5-pack, or a 9-pack. and we only need to see the price go back to $3, and, pace yourself back and everything over that gravy.